Let me tell you something from the depths of my soul to yours. Sometimes life will break you before it ever blesses you. And in that brokenness, you will ask questions that echo into the corners of your heart where light doesn't always reach. You'll sit with your hands trembling, knees on the edge of giving out, staring at the life you thought you were supposed to have. And all you'll see is a cracked cup. A cup that's not only half full or half empty, but one you're convinced was never yours to hold in the first place. But let me lean in close and whisper something sacred into that pain. The glass is half full. And baby, you still got breath in your lungs to drink it. Because you see, this life, this journey we're on, it doesn't always come wrapped in silk or soaked in sunshine. Sometimes it crawls in with mud on its boots and rain on its back, and it asks you to keep walking barefoot through it. And somehow, despite every closed door, every late night cry, every time they told you you're not enough, you're still here. You're still here. That alone makes you a miracle. You may not have everything you prayed for. You may be sitting with holes in your dreams and tears in your plans, but my God, don't you dare miss the fact that you're still standing. And if you're standing, then there's still a fight to fight. Still a chance to rise. Still a light worth chasing. You want to talk about the glass? Let's talk about what that glass has seen. That glass has caught every drop of sweat from your brow when no one saw the work you were putting in. It's held the tears you cried in silence because being strong meant not falling apart in front of others. That glass has tasted the bitterness of your disappointments and the sweetness of your small victories. It has carried the salt of your sorrow and the fire of your resilience. It's not just half full, baby. It's holy. It holds the essence of your becoming. I know what it feels like to be told to be grateful when all you want is to scream. I know what it's like to show up smiling when inside you're asking God, why me? But I also know this. There is power in choosing to see what remains instead of what's missing. There is power in claiming the little you have and calling it plenty. That's not naivety. That's courage. That's vision. That's survival. And more than survival, that's life reclamation. That's saying, this is what I have, and I will build with it. I will bloom with it. You were not born to live your life looking over your shoulder or keeping score of what everyone else has. You weren't made to stay small just because life tried to shrink you. No, you were carved from something ancient and divine, resilience, hope, grace under fire. And when you walk into a room, you don't need to apologize for your scars. Those are your credentials. They say, I've been through it, but I am not done yet. And hear me now. You are not a mistake. You're not too late. You're not too broken. You haven't missed your moment. If the glass is still in your hands, then so is your power. And don't let anybody tell you that your portion is too small to matter, because when you take what little you've got and stir it with faith, stir it with sweat, stir it with your God-given fire, miracles happen. Mountains move. You might not be where you thought you'd be. The dream may have shifted. The timeline may have shattered. But what if the half that remains is exactly what you needed? What if it's not a symbol of lack, but a canvas for abundance? See, the world will tell you you need more money, more likes, more beauty, more perfection. But let me tell you something they don't say enough. You are already enough. With your flaws, with your fears, with your cracked voice and tired soul, you are enough. And when you believe that, when you wake up every morning and decide to honor even the smallest flame inside you, you change the world. Not all at once, but one step, one breath, one brave choice at a time. Let me talk to the weary hearts, the ones who've been holding it together for too long, the ones smiling on the outside and unraveling on the inside. I see you. I see the way you carry everyone else and wonder who's carrying you. I see the way you give and give and give, and you wonder when it's your turn to receive. I see the sacrifices, the lonely nights, the quiet suffering, and I want you to know, you matter. Your story matters. Your fight matters. And what you've poured out into this world is not in vain. It will come back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. You hear me? Running over. So when they ask you if the glass is half full or half empty, you tell them this: I don't measure by the level. I measure by the fight that poured it. I measure by the love that fills it, by the lessons that flavor it. I measure by the fact that even when life tried to drain me, I kept something back for myself. And with that little bit, I rose. I didn't need a full cup to rise. I just needed a will. Because this journey is not about waiting for perfect conditions. It's about doing the best you can with what you have. And you, beloved, have more than you think. You have the power to rebuild. You have the right to dream again. You have the strength to love again, to believe again, to rise again. The world may have tried to convince you that you're invisible, but the truth is you are undeniable. Let them see the cracks in your cup. Let them see what didn't break you. Let them see what you held on to when everything else slipped through your fingers. That is your power. That is your testimony. That is your proof of life. The glass is half full and the rest, baby, is on the way. So lift your chin, even if your heart is heavy. Speak life into yourself, even if your voice shakes. Take the step, even if your legs are tired. Keep showing up. Keep choosing faith. Keep reaching for the sun, even if all you can feel right now is the rain, because it will pass. And when it does, you'll look back and see that every single moment, every tear, every trial, every tiny triumph was preparing you for the becoming. The glass is half full, and so are you, with wisdom, with power, with purpose. Now drink deep. Drink deep from the life you've fought for. Drink deep from the love you've cultivated. Drink deep from the hope that refuses to die. Because your story is not over. It's just getting good. Thank you.